All right, looks like we are live and ready to go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live stream where we talk about the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone had a chill Thursday. I know for me, it was a really late Thursday. You probably saw in the recap video. I was looking pretty tired. It was because I was in that trade for way too long. It was like 4 hours long or something ridiculous like that. Anyway, today is Friday. So last trading day of the week, and it is, what is it, the 17th of January. It's 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, which means market opens at 9:30. We got another 15 minutes where we're going to review the watch list together, talk about potential entries and whatnot, and then we're going to be trading the morning open like always, the opening bell like always for 30 minutes. So this whole thing should last about 45 minutes. If you guys have any questions, video description below, there's some FAQs there. Let's get started with the watch list. There's quite a few things moving, and AEMD was not on my scanner, but it was on one of the big runners yesterday that we totally missed. I think it was on my after market open gap scanner, but I just did not pay attention to it. There's a lot moving yesterday, especially with, what was it, MNI. I think that's where most of my attention was yesterday. So let's see what happens with this one. I said on my watch list today, what did I say exactly? I said there could be a good support line bounce because if we crash below 2 and the selling gets weak, there's a clear sign of support building in this area. So I might want to do a trade here in this area. I think this could be a really phenomenal bounce. I think even pre-market this could be really good. I actually do have on our Roth IRA account, I have a limit order at 75, which I think is a little too aggressive in terms of looking for an entry. But I'm just not going to be probably trading this one. If the price comes down here, great. I would like an entry. If it doesn't, I probably won't be trading it. So this is a very small position, $600 in this area. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't think I'll want to trade it. Let's see. Let's just go back to our cash account. We'll just keep in mind that this one's going to be kind of trading on the side. I kind of use our Roth IRA account with only $1,200 in it at the moment, purely for support line bounces, opportunities just like this one. So let's talk about what's really gapping. Let's talk about the big new movers, and we'll start with NTGN, which also was a big mover yesterday, but it held its highs nicely, and that's really something to consider about this one. I think there's a really good chance that this thing might move up to $3 today, so I'm going to keep a close eye on it. Good morning, Sebastian and Yvonne. I'll check out SNCA as well. It is on our watch list, and it is really starting to move. When I first looked at this one, it just was in this area and it wasn't really convincing. But this 2 area, big resistance, and if we can break past 2 today, this could be really good. I'll go ahead and look this one up as well, see if we can squeeze some information out of this one. So let's just get started with NTGN. This is 49 million market cap, 23 million float. It's a US biotech company, not really gapping 7%, so not really too much. Yesterday, it was on our watch list. It was a bit of a snoozer all day, kind of just pulled back. There's a German biotech that's looking to acquire this one. I think it's called BioNTech or something like that. I would have to look up that name. Anyway, this was kind of news about yesterday. Nothing really new came out, but there is a good chance, it could run today. We'll see how much this catalyst is going to drive it, because yesterday it already drove it kind of a lot, and it kind of just sold off ever since the market opened. It had a really nice support area right around here at 0.16. This was a pretty solid bounce, 11%. I don't know. We'll see what we do with this one. Not, I would say, my most interesting pick. I think these next two are a little bit more interesting. TLRD, 202 million market cap, 45 million float. It's a US apparel store company, gapping up 35%. And they are looking to sell a part of their trademarks to WHP Global for 115 million. Now, that's a big sale because these guys, their market cap's only 202 million. So this sale is half their whole business, I guess you can say. Is it a good deal? I mean, the market it's kind of mixed decisions, huge spike up here, and kind of really pulling back quite aggressively. So I don't know. Not super sold on this one yet. Also, sometimes when you see these things just aggressively sell off, kind of just like a little avalanche or a ski slope, sometimes you'll see a big red candle at the end. So I probably won't be trading this one out of the gates. I think IMBI is really the most interesting to me. 28 million market cap, so exactly what we want. 7 million float. It's a USA specialty retail companies, gapping 80%. And this company, I think they do some, I have to get this right, but they like present products in a certain way. And Shaq O'Neal launched a collection, I think, of watches, and they're going to be hosting it on this company's platform. I don't know if I got that totally right, but I was reading an article about it, and I think that was like the summary I was able to jumble in my head. And I mean, anytime there's a celebrity involved, it's usually pretty good. People like that. I've noticed a lot of those news articles where like Dan Bilzerian's company, what was it called? Ignite, when he did an Instagram post about their stock or something, and it just shot up ridiculously. Oh my God, this was in the end of September. The rally was just absurd, just from one post. So, you know, sometimes they have that, you know, celebrity effect. So definitely going to be watching this one. And if you check out the long-term chart, this is really interesting because right now it closed yet here, and it's already ran up quite significantly, actually. Let's just check from 320 to 75%. Yeah, so right now the price is right in this area. We're breaking out past 5 and pulling back. So let's see, this 5, this is going to be huge new support. We're over the moving average. I think this could really run. So again, this is really what I'm going to be looking for today. Big resistance probably starting around 6, and again kind of 648. So let's see if we can break past this area, and then 7 again, big resistance. But those are kind of like 3 separate zones of pretty interesting resistance. And after 750, I mean, there's clear skies. So let's see how much this thing's going to run today. So to me, this is the most interesting one, and I bet you out of the gates, this is going to have some of the most dollar volume kind of coming behind it. Yeah. I just wanted to talk about SNCA as well. It wasn't on my original watch list. Well, it was on the scanner, but let me just quickly go here and type it in, SNCA. Let's see what we got. I'm also keeping an eye on AEMD. 4.55 million market cap, 3.27 million float. Beautiful numbers. It's exactly what we're looking for. It's a US biotech company. They had news on the 10th. Seneca Biopharma announces presentations at both Sachs Associates' 3rd Annual Neuroscience Innovation Forum and Biotech Showcase 2020. Why does that sound so familiar? I think I read this whole thing about like a week ago, and I just don't remember the exact day. Did I trade this one? Let me quickly check. Charts, all accounts. No, it doesn't look like we traded this one. Okay, let me go back to cash. So yeah, we're getting really close to the $2 area. I think this can, I'm going to highlight this one as well. I think this definitely could be a runner. So SNCA, I like the small market cap. I like the small amount of shares outstanding. And I super like IMBI as well. I think those are like my 2 favorite picks for sure today. I don't know about TLRD. I'm kind of disappointed with how it's looking on the chart overall. And I mean, pulled them all the way up to $5, but big resistance came in there, just completely got crushed. NTGN, like I said, if it breaks past 2, I think this could probably run to $3. So I have an alert here if it breaks higher. Ooh, I've been having the worst stomach cramps today, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of need to go to the restroom. So I'm gonna quickly, I'll be right back. Just give me like a minute. We got another 4 minutes and 45 seconds till the market opens, and I will be right back in like a minute. Back. Let me know if there's any issues with the volume or anything like that. I hope not, but I muted the microphone and I unmuted it just now, so who knows? There could be an issue. Check out AEMD, kind of looking like it wants to bounce. This could be a really solid bounce here. Again, I'm not going to be buying it. I have an order though under, what was it, 177. For a very small position as well, just kind of little secondary reminder that the position itself is tiny. And yeah, so SNCA, how are we going to want to trade these? I'm probably going to look for a first pullback on both of them. I think that's going to be my setup. So we only have $1,800 to trade today. So $1,831 right here, you can see it. So let's think about that for a second. That means we want to trade with about $900. So if we wanted to trade here, that's going to be, what is that? A little, probably above 400, getting close to 500. Oh, what was I calculating in my head? Completely wrong. So 550, let's quickly check that out. I feel like it's all quiet on the Eastern Front right now, just getting ready for the storm. Again, guys, this one has big resistance above, so we want to see it break kind of the 2 area and maybe pull back to the 2 or something like that. So I'm not super sure how I feel about it. I really like IMBI as well. This one's gapping up just a little bit more percentage-wise. Also in big resistance area. So if we want to trade SNCA, I'm going to be looking for about 550 shares. If we want to trade IMBI, I'm probably going to be looking for something more like, I don't know, 100, 150, I think. Maybe 170. Yeah, it's tough. It's like not ideal. It'd be so much cleaner if we just were trading with it like a flat, like, I don't know, 1,000 position size. It's kind of annoying always like thinking, okay, 90, 900, and then kind of being off by like $30 and then missing an entry because of that. All right, guys, another 30 seconds till the market opens. Calm and collected. The chat room's a little emptier than usual. Hopefully nobody's hungover or something like that. Lots of good opportunities here. I think there's a good chance we might have a little flash dip down here. Here we go, 5 seconds. Market's open. IMBI has some of the most dollar volume. Keep an eye on it. SNCA moving up already, sneaking up there. Good morning, Matthew. SNCA, guys, making nice moves. Just keep a close eye on it. 1.5 on SNCA could be really interesting. Here you can see the daily chart. Keep an eye on it. You can see that, 525 big resistance. The spread between these two lines is about 10%. If we wanted an entry near 450, about 480 shares is a little on the light side. Just going to kind of have that ready just in case we dip down. SNCA getting really close to the 1.5. Nice bounces here. Hit the 153. I just realized I'm on a 5-minute chart. I was like, something's not right here. Ridiculous. Little things you got to check. Okay, IMBI now moving up here, looking really good. This is what we were waiting for, some sort of clear move to the upside. Whoops, this was the wrong one. This is the one, what was it, 170? This is why I need a second screen. Let's see how this thing keeps going. IMBI, guys, looking really good. $28 million market cap, 7 million float, 80% gapping because of that celebrity potential product going to go live on their system. Pretty crazy 5-minute candle. A bit of a doji. SNCA looking pretty good. 1.7. This thing's really trying to break out. I think the $5 has some really clear support. I'm going to put a limit order here, see if we can get a little crack. Kind of a lot of selling volume. Let me think about this. Let me remove the auto. Let me add the auto send. So breaking up right now. Still keeping an eye on SNCA. Well, 493 just came in with some major support. I felt the reason I removed my limit order here, I had that limit order at 5.03 is because the just the big selling how the market started off, just a lot of selling. So I just wanted to kind of reduce some of my potential risk on that. Checking out the 5-minute chart for a little further dip maybe. No rush, guys. There's no rush to enter any trades. SNCA looking pretty good at 1.62. Really kind of making a little base here. I definitely want to keep an eye on it. Pretty slow day so far. Just going to run the scanner, see if we have any momentum stocks really making some moves that I'm not aware of. Looks like IMBI is kind of the top of the list. TLRD following closely. So everything we're looking at. Coming back here already. Okay, so it looks like that support held. Although I'm not going to lie, it was really, really shaky. Quite choppy on this one. There's no, I would say, clear clear pattern. So if we left our order at 5.3, we'd be up about 5-6% right now, but we would have took a pretty fast little bit of risk. Maybe I should have just moved down that limit order and, you know, been like, okay, if it does crash, at least our limit order is, you know, quite far down. So I think that probably would have been the better option instead of removing it totally. I'm still not really feeling or seeing an ideal kind of entry. TLRD, our second one on the scanner. Having a bit of a red to green move right here. Sold off so aggressively though. I don't know how I feel about that. 5.03 could be, again, a good entry. Let's see what happens here. SNCA, guys, moving up now at 40%, looking really, really good. Nice entry, Andrew. 10% pop already, huh? Really, really good. Solid stuff. Can't wait till we have bigger position sizes. These small ones are kind of like eating at me alive, but it's fine. At least we risk a little bit less as well. SNCA breaking out. Really nice move on SNCA. Big resistance at 1.8 like we expected. I think I'm going to place just a low-key limit order down here. I'm not super aggressive on the thought that this might get executed, but I do like the big support here. We had a clear breakout now. Flash crash we just had. That was some really aggressive selling just now. I think there's a good chance we're going to get out of this one. I was probably a little too aggressive on that 1.85 in the short term, but I think this might come back to 1.9 or something like that. Wow, I have a tiny position size and it's just not getting filled. I'll probably shoot through this and probably go to 1.9 is my guess. I just wanted to close that position. Here we go. It's launching back up. Those support line entries, like I just had, that flash crash, it just dipped down here, they typically don't happen. That's like one in like every 2-week trading day. I do place those orders as reference points usually. Did I say 2 trading days? In 2 trading weeks. That really does not happen a lot. So we left a little bit of cash on the table, but that entry was pretty cool. Happened super fast. This looks like it might break to a new high, but I think some people might be on edge a little bit after that pullback. That was just super aggressive. Let's see if we can kind of get a flag pattern going here. What I'm looking for is a little consolidation in this zone, and ideally in a break, then further to the upside, holding its highs kind of nicely in this area. Just want to quickly check out IMBI. Does not look bad. But let's see what happens here. Pulling back a little bit. Definitely some big sellers. I feel like there's also a really good chance that SNCA may break high of day. But right now we have no clear pattern. I think what we're having right now is a little bit of consolidation in this area. We might form a kind of bullish flag, pennant pattern, maybe an ascending triangle, maybe a descending triangle, something like that. All right, here we're getting that break. Here we go, 1.9, 1.95, chipping away, 1.98. 2 is getting chipped away. Boom, we just broke past 2. That would have been a really good breakout buy. I'm going to go ahead and cancel my order. We don't need that there anymore. Really nice break. 10% breakout. IMBI at $5. Buying right now in the pullback is not a bad idea. Right here at 1.95. But I think I'm going to take my one trade and then just kind of chill a little bit. Got to still get more comfortable at these kind of trades. I'll probably start getting more aggressive in like a week or 2. Again, breakout trades are they're just not my go-to yet. But pretty sweet. We just had a little bit of like a, what, 6% trade? Yep. Well, I'm actually seeing 2.02. Still though, big resistance. IMBI, guys, had quite a dip, 4.79. Whew. Let's see if this $2 breaks out again. There's quite a lot of sellers there. 200, 180. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little weak the way it's breaking out. But I'm really not the best to give any sort of advice on any of these breakout trades. Okay, 193 did hold. I'm thinking this 15-minute EMA might turn into some nice support. We also have the kind of 1.93 long-term support coming in right now. I mean, also big green buying volume. It's always a good sign. I think there's a lot going for it. Not to mention the selling candles. So the red candles aren't that big, which means, you know, I wouldn't say there's short sellers or anything like that. I would say it's just simple profit taking, but it's not that aggressive. I think there's a really good chance we might break past 2 and then 2.25, but who knows? One stock killer. IMBI, guys, getting close back to $5. Let's just keep it calm, keep it steady. I really like IMBI's dollar volume. I find it extremely attractive. I mean, whew. It's making me get a little nervous. This is why I have my phone on silent. I see it. I see someone's calling me over there. Not gonna lie, IMBI, guys, it's in the corner of my eye this whole time. 4.8, huge support, bouncing. The bounce is not the strongest, not gonna lie. Might see some resistance here in this area. I don't think I would be entering it just now. SNCA trying to do a breakout. I think the chance of SNCA breaking out is relatively high. It's holding this area phenomenally, and it just needs to chip away at that 2, and then it could really, really run. Then again, I'm not buying it, so who am I to talk? But that's just me trying to watch the market and always have a trading thesis in mind. What would I do right now if I wanted to get aggressive, right? I'm just always trying to think. I do kind of want to point out that there's a big support here at 1.79 that's kind of forming. Really like this general area. I might even move up my limit order a little bit. Oh, see, there's that share problem I'm talking about, 530. It's because we already had a limit order in place. Ay. I cannot wait to go to a margin account once we hit our $25,000 challenge. Some selling coming in here. I want to be a little more careful, so I moved down my limit order again. I'm going to move down my limit order one more time on the basis that the selling pressure is kind of just inching along. Kind of just always readjusting my thesis a little bit. Here we go. Big bounce, 1.84. Always want to keep an eye out on the 5-minute chart, see if we can see some potential entries. And I'm not going to lie, this could be the pullback zone. I think 1.85 could have been a phenomenal entry. And if I was looking at the 5-minute chart, I probably would have been a little bit more aware of that. You can see we had a close here on the 5-minute. We had an open here on the 5-minute. We had a pullback wick to the 5-minute. And guess where it turned around? The 5-minute. So really, really nice kind of bounce here. You could almost argue fairly predictable. Just didn't see it in time. Remember, it's 9:57 Eastern Standard Time. The gap and go strategy is kind of over, getting close to that over point. Although, there's been times at 10:10 a.m. you see stocks ripping to all-time highs, 10:15. I mean, there's no exact science to it, but I like to put myself in some sort of framework that I can at least make trading decisions out of. It's never going to be always correct, but it gives me at least a little bit of peace of mind in calming down the potential entries and exits, and it just makes it a little bit more calculated for me. Everyone's going to be different, and if you guys notice a pattern, a trend happening and forming, you got to start jumping on that. These are just things that I've noticed. Yeah, totally, Andrew. Couldn't agree more. Good to see you, Valentine. Yeah, so Andrew killed it with SNCA. What'd you get, like a 15% on that one? I had a little one on SNCA, 6%, small position size, but we still, came home with $55 profit, so not too bad. It's a good way to start the second half of the trading day. So we had 2 more trades. I like the potential. I think going into the second half of the morning, we got good potential for some big moves. So I'm pretty excited. Again, I'm going to be looking at pullbacks, reversals. Keep an eye on some major long-term support trends. That's really what I'm going to be looking for. 13%. Yeah, Andrew killed it. Such a good entry. But fairly calm morning. I wouldn't say there was anything blowing us away. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was a spectacular morning in terms of trading opportunities. Just going to look at our scanner quickly. We have BE. What is this one? Market cap 1.2 billion. We're not going to be trading that one. Here's a smaller one, TTNP. Oh, that's already on our watch list. Basically, everything's already on our watch list. TTNP actually had a nice little start to the day. Look at this. This is exactly what we're looking for, actually. Breaks higher. Nice pullback. And then boom, just freaking waddles along. Just, if you had a perfect entry, perfect exit, you'd still only make about 11%. So not that amazing at the same time. It's got a little rejection there. Let's see what happens here. Whew. I'm going to take such a good nap this weekend. I feel it. I probably won't be going long till probably another 10-15 minutes. Let's see, we might get a little crack to the downside right here. OCGN. That's not on our watch list. About some hit month high. Let's see if this 83 area holds. 183. Definitely some selling momentum building up. There is no setting actually that shows dollar volume. It's a calculation I built for myself, but you can import it into your own. You can import it into your TD Ameritrade. I have the formula for you. I have a whole video on how to do that. Let me just send it to you. Dollar volume. It's pretty sweet. I actually had a trading friend show me in September in Orlando about it. I traded for, I don't know, a good 2.5, 3 years without knowing dollar volume. And I was always looking at the shares. I was like, okay, that share count times that dollar amount, that's a pretty good one. But it was just mind blowing because it's really hard to quickly compare stocks. I wouldn't be surprised if we had one more pullback, but again, this could just be a really nice 5-minute pullback before we break past 2 again. $189 seeing some resistance. All right, we're going to be wrapping up the stream shortly here. I'm going to figure out a community chat room option. I'm not sure when, but hopefully by the end of next week. So after the stream, we can still communicate together. Nice little move here, 3-4%. Big sellers at 190 forming. Be a little careful. $187 is just barely holding. All right, guys, I'm going to get ready to wrap things up here. I see Andrew's got a question open for Valentine. I don't really want to cut it off, but let's see. Let's just watch SNCA a little bit longer. I think there's a good chance it might crack to the downside right now. Woo, here we go, 184. Move my order down a little bit again. $179, big support coming in. I'm not really sure if we're going to dip under that. About a 3% bounce. I don't feel like it's just about time to buy yet though. Let's see what happens. Yeah, of course. All right, guys. That crack did not reach our limit order like I was hoping, and I was hoping that maybe we could snag another trade on the live stream, but it just doesn't seem like it. Sometimes I feel like SNCA gets halted, but it doesn't. It's just like the way it moves is so like, it's like a squirrel. All right, like always, if you guys appreciate this free live content with just craziness with the market open, because I know I get myself little heart attacks every time, don't forget to leave a like. I appreciate it. The Google algorithm appreciates it. Everyone appreciates it. Hopefully. Subscribe, guys, if you are new here and you have not done so already and you want to see more trading videos. Have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you for the trading recap. Let's slay a few more trades and then just, you know, enjoy a little bit of time off. It's amazing trading stocks. You have the weekend. It's like the holy grail of everything. SNCA breaking to the upside. Let's see what you guys do. I'm super curious. Good to hear, Andrew. All right, guys. Till later. Ciao, ciao. Breaking to the upside. Woo! I can't stop watching this.